Hey, baby. Okay, what was it? Shit, what's it called? Shut your face. One second. I am obsessed with Words Project. Okay. It was described to me as video documentation of what you need to write or your writing process. So let's get an idea of how SFM writes a story. Where's my bag? Okay. Messenger bag. I always have it because it has a lot of pockets. Pilot G205 pen. Those are the best. They're my favorite and such. So, I usually... One second. Okay. Medical cannabis. That's usually where everything starts. So we have some of that. Then we get ideas and we write them on little pieces of paper. Lots of them. Just like little mini composition books or anything that you could fit in your back pocket. This one was a sad story. Unfortunately, I left it in my jeans when I did laundry. Found out about it. Flipped balls because it's all my ideas. And it was wet, and I had to peel every single piece of paper apart and set it flat on my floor in my room and dry it all out, and then rewrote everything. So these are the originals. I thought I should keep them because I can really throw them away. So ideas from there. So then those ideas will sit there and they'll fester in here, and I'll think about them, and in the middle of the night I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, blah 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 blah, and I'll write down blah 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 blah, and so then I'll wake up and I'll be like, I don't remember that. That's awesome. So then I kind of write out an outline, and it'll kind of look like that, just like notes, kind of in the order of how I want to write the story, and then I'll start to write the story, and I'll write them in composition books. I love these things. I found at Target college ruled 100-sheet composition books for $1. I bought them all. Seriously, I bought them all. So this is gonna last me a while, but I have one for prose, I have one for poetry. So write down prose ideas, stories, whatnot, and then transfer them to laptop, and then I'll sit there and I'll forget about them. And then a couple days later, I'll listen to this again, and I'll read it, and I'll be like, hey, that's not half bad. I think I should fix this, I think I should lose this. I always go back and make sure I delete the words very, clearly, just. Those are the main ones. For some reason, I think everything just sounds better without those, but I still tend to write with them, unless it's in dialogue or it supports the narrative, then it's okay, in my opinion. And then, from there, I print them out, and I make hard copies, just so I can kind of see what it looks like on paper. I'll do more editing, usually with a red pen, just because I think that was instilled in me from school. And then I'll forget about them again. This tends to happen because I want them to always, I always want to approach them new. I don't want to read it like 5 times and then keep editing, because I think it just gets all muddled and, you just get lazy. But if you keep it fresh, you always have a fresh take on things. Not to mention, say you finish it on Monday and you go back and edit it on Friday, that's like 5 days of life that can, add to the the story, add experience to the story, add something true to the story. So I don't like to write a story at one time and just leave it, because I think I could put a lot more into it if I take my time and go through life doing things I don't normally do, or find those. Ow! I kind of need her too sometimes, but she's a bitch. Made me lose my train of thought. Fuck you. Okay, so then we print them out and bind them like this. This is from an old book that I got at school library when I was in like 3rd grade. It's always stuck with me. I don't know why I kept it, but it's The Mummy. The Mummy, dude, the ultimate zombie. The first zombie, the original zombie, before zombies were cool. Hey, I'm kind of using that. Okay, so yeah. So then I'll kind of collect it, and I mean, when I first sent it out to people, there was maybe like 5 stories, and then I added a couple more, and then I sent it out more, and then now it's gotten to, I think there's like, I don't know, there's just a lot. But every time I send it out, there's more to it. In a few years, it's going to be like just this massive thing, which is whatever. I don't know what else to do with it. And I don't have the patience to read my stuff over and over and find out what order I need to share them in, because I don't really give a shit. So, if there's any agents out there, speaking of the devil, it's an agent. No, it's a buddy. Okay. Yeah, so Look Like Vulture stories. I'm thinking about doing one of these for my poetry, my poems. I just seem very, very gay. My poetry, for my poems. For my words that are not stories. So, I was sending these out free to people. I kind of overestimated my budget. They're expensive to make, apparently. But people who I said will get one, I promise. But as for anyone else, I think you're shit out of luck, because I'm rambling. Okay, where else? Okay. Okay, we got the right, and then the notes, and then the composition book, and the laptop, and we forget about it, and we go back, and we put it out, we mail it out, and then you put it on Tumblr, blog, and that's it. And that's where it ends, and that's where it dies, because people read it and forget about it. People are going to read everything and forget about it.